So this episode was insane. It had so much going on. The 11th episode of Mob Psycho 100, season 3. This season has been insane. Like, so many good moments, so many insane, like, little stories, essentially. But this one might be the most impactful of them all so far for me. But this episode had a lot, and it had the reveal of essentially what this entity is inside of Mob, and that is him, essentially. It's a manifestation of him suppressing his powers, suppressing his emotions, and that's what this is. It's what he's locked up inside himself, literally. It's not some otherworldly being, it's literally him, as far as we know, anyway. The way Ritsu sort of explained it, in the way it's sort of being shown, especially at the end of the episode, like, it is literally him, and it's trying to take over, and he's saying that the mob we're seeing and we've seen throughout the show is the fake mob, and this is the real one, and he's going to take over, essentially. And the reason he's gripping onto these flowers in this form is because Mob has a burning desire to go see Tsubomi, and that's all this thing is concerned about. It's not worried about harming others, all the destruction. It's just doing what it wants to do, and that's the part of Mob that he wanted to lock away. Was that sort of ruthless, powerful, emotionless, essentially, side, or I guess really emotional side that just doesn't care about others in a way, and that's what this thing is. So if it gets out and it basically turns into, and Mob turns into this being instead of what we know him as, it's going to be very, very dangerous if he manages to fully take over, because Mob is still managing to control him a little bit, and managing to, like, hold him back a tiny bit. But if he takes over, like, it's all done, bro. It's actually done. But we also need to talk about, in this episode, we had Suzuki come back. One badass entrance as well, by the way. Jumped off the helicopter and then fucking fought Mob. That was amazing. As always, the animation, insane. But Suzuki couldn't really touch him this time. It wasn't even close. The power gap was ridiculous. It wasn't anything like their first fight. Even Sho showed up, Suzuki's son, and they tried to fight him together, and it was still no use. And there was a really sweet moment where Suzuki was about to basically sacrifice himself in order to stop Mob and, like, save the city. But he looked at Sho and he didn't want to abandon his family again. So he chose his family over that, which I thought was a really good character development, character growth moment. And the other part was Ritsu showing up. He basically explained how he wished he could could have talked to Mob back then when that accident happened, and, like, talked it all out and been the younger brother that Mob could sort of confide in and talk to. And he wasn't able to do that. Just like in this, he wasn't able to stop Mob, but he was able to show a bit of power. Do you know, he reached 100% and he was able to, like, slow Mob down a little bit. He almost destroyed the flowers. Maybe that would have transformed Mob back into, the Mob we know. But yeah, seeing Ritsu sort of cry out to his brother like that was really emotional. And yeah, it's a shame that it's turned out like this, really. But we have one episode left of the season. I'm very interested to see how this ends. It could be in disaster. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, this episode was crazy.